What's up, everybody? My name is Steve. This is Claiming Christianity, and today we're going to take a look at this beauty. This is a New King James Version, NKJV Premier Collection, Limited Edition Bible. This is the large print, Thinline reference Bible in green goatskin. Again, it's limited edition that I get to show you guys today. This has become my daily use Bible. I've been in the market for a Thinline, and this fits the bill. It's a really, really nice Bible that I'm excited to share with you. So I hope you'll hang around and take a look at it. The Premier Collection Thomas Nelson's been putting out. They're really nice Bibles. They're really affordable prices. So without further ado, let's jump over to the table and take a look. Okay, so let's take a look at this beautiful Bible. This, once again, is the NKJV Large Print Thinline Reference Bible. And this one happens to be limited edition. It's a premium goatskin there. And this is in green, as you can see, green goatskin. This is really nice. I have been using this Bible. It comes with the Premier Collection guarantee. Let me see if I can get that ISBN. You can see that it retails for somewhat of a hefty price of $209, but you can always find them on sale. The last time I looked, it was a decent amount less than that. But this is the limited edition, so it's not probably going to go on sale as regularly as a non-limited edition text would be. So again, this is goatskin leather. It really, really super pretty. I'm not going to lie. I have been using this Bible for the last couple of weeks as my primary Bible, and I am not sad about that. I've been in kind of the market for a Thinline Bible, and this one fits the bill. It's only missing one thing, and I'll mention that in just a minute. But you have your 5 raised hubs, sorry. And I love raised hubs. And it's simple. You get Holy Bible, New King James Version, and Thomas Nelson, and that's it. Nothing really stamped on the outside of the Bible. You guys know when they stamp the ISBN number on these really nice Bibles, it bugs me. So it's just as really nice and really pretty. The floppy factor, I don't have a better term for that, and some of you guys have started laughing about it, and I appreciate that because it's funny. The floppy factor, when I did the unboxing, is darn near perfect because it doesn't fold too far over in my hand, but it just feels really nice. So it is tabbed into the block here, and a sewn binding. Most Bibles these days are sewn. This is Smith sewn and edge lined. That just makes it so it's a little bit more flexible, and it also will last quite a deal longer. For those of you who may be new to Bibles, especially premium Bibles, when you see this first page, don't separate that. That is how the binding, the actual book block is connected to the cover, so you don't want to rip that apart. But you get a nice basic presentation page here. Make sure you fill these out. I used to say this a lot on the Bible reviews that I've done. You never know who's going to have this Bible in 100 years from now, and they might want some more information. So not only fill out the presentation page, but write a little bit about your family and where you're from and all that kind of stuff. Because I have some Bibles that are really old that I would love to have more information on my family members about. And we get into the legal information. Some of you guys might be interested in that, Library of Congress number and whatnot. You can see there that it just talks a little bit about the font. This font is 2K Denmark. This sounds funny. I mentioned this with my NKJVs. I happen to be an NKJV guy now, but the NKJV 2K Denmark typeset is my favorite. It just is really pleasant to read. The amount of spacing between all the words in the actual Bible is really super nice. I glossed over the table of contents. I apologize. So on a Bible like this, you're getting just a basic table of contents because there's not a whole bunch of extra study notes. I say that in contrast to like a study Bible where you get 2 or 3 pages of table of contents. This is the 66 books of the canon and a concordance, essentially. And that's fantastic. That's the type of Bible I'm using on a regular basis. It's portable. Not that I have a problem with study Bibles. I'm just saying it's a little bit more portable, a little easier to carry around, and very easily readable. So now that I'm opening up, we'll just let that lay flat there for a minute. I'll lift it up. But you can see that this is a 2-column paragraph format. Now here I said that I had one piece of constructive criticism, and it's not constructive criticism, it's just what I prefer. So I wish they would just make the same exact Bible in a verse by verse. A lot of you guys I know prefer paragraph format, and I don't have a problem with it. I just prefer, especially when I'm preaching and teaching, verse by verse. So my unicorn would be this exact Bible in verse by verse, because the type is perfect. This is a big old 11-point type. This is 36 GSM paper. The paper is really, really super nice. There's really hardly any ghosting. Let's flip open to like some of the poetry section here. It shows through the most in poetry, so you can always see the ghosting or the show through, whatever you want to call it. But it really isn't even bad in poetry settings. Okay, when you get to just the regular standard old sections that aren't poetry, it's beautiful. You almost can't see anything at all, which just makes it a little bit more pleasant to read. Makes it a little easier, if you will. And as you flip through, at least it does for me. And again, this sounds nitpicky, but it's not. Sometimes you have Bibles, they try to fit too many words into a line or too many lines onto the page, and it all squishes together. It just makes it a little bit less pleasant to read. With this Bible here, again, this happens to be my favorite font, but with the layout, the amount of spacing between the lines, plenty of room for underlining or highlighting. Not a ton of room you can see on the side for like writing in the margins. If you're a margin writer, a Thinline Bible, just a basic Thinline reference Bible probably isn't going to do it for you. So just keep that in mind. I mentioned the paper. This paper, 36 GSM, is a nice thickness quality of paper. It is going to make your Bible, oh, sorry, I hit the camera there. It is going to make your Bible a little bit thicker, okay? This is just a little bit over an inch. And I didn't mention this in the beginning, but that nice art gilting there. So red under satin for this limited edition. I don't know if the two others, there is a couple others that I noticed, same large print Thinline Bibles. I don't know if this Bible has significantly different features than they do, but I'll include them both down in the description because the non-limited editions are a little bit less expensive. So it is line matched, and the best place to take a look at that is on pages like this that are poetry, and you can see the line behind it matches directly up with the line on top, which just makes it easier to read. Again, these are some features that are relatively standard these days, and you have your cross-reference suite at the bottom here. So all your cross-references, and you are going to get a few. There's always a few like footnotes, and your footnotes are in there because there's always a few. The footnotes aren't necessarily extensive, but there's, you're going to run into from time to time it telling you, we use this word instead of this word, basic stuff like that. But your all your cross-references, which are pretty extensive, are right along the bottom here. Now, this is a red letter edition. I struggle with this red letter edition. I'm not going to lie to you. I can kind of see it in the right light. So I'm going to flip open here to some areas where there are red letters. And you guys can all let me know in the comments if that stands out and is blaringly red to you. For those of you who know me and aren't new to the channel, you know that I'm colorblind, okay? And because I'm colorblind, some of the reds don't stand out as much. This is one of them. I struggle with this red letter text, and I can barely tell. But that's just me. That's not a complaint. Some of you guys don't like red letter at all. Like it has to be black letter for whatever the case may be is. But I will say this: the chapter numbers stand out nice and big for me, and even the verse numbers, they're not quite as poppy as I think that I would like them. I have seen in the past couple of weeks a couple of Bibles where the verse numbers really stood out. They emboldened them, and I appreciated that. It just made it easier for me to pick them out. Now, you guys know, because I just told you that I'm a verse by verse guy. I like verse by verse. So for those of you who like to read in paragraph format and like to read large chunks, the fact that the verse numbers are a little more subdued probably is of benefit to you because they don't get in the way and they're non-distracting. So that really is it. I will flip open to the concordance here in the back because it does have a little concordance. And the only reason I say little concordance is because it's not a crazy, huge, exhaustive concordance. They couldn't put that in a Bible. But you do have a nice concordance that will give you some information, right? If you want to do a few word studies while you're on the go. I find myself using the concordances in my Bibles very, very rarely. If you use your concordance in your Bible all the time, let me know and let me know how you use it. If you use it for just Bible studies or you're doing word studies, I'm just curious. The only reason I say that is because I use an exhaustive concordance, that has all the listings when I am going to my concordance. But it is nice to have, especially to just carry around. And then we have our maps in the back. I've been reviewing Bibles now for only 2 or 3 years, but some of the Bibles I've reviewed and have in my, I'm going to call it a collection, although I do not collect Bibles. I just have a bunch of them now, are old. They're from when I'm a kid. And I've started to notice and started to say that the quality of maps, the colors that they choose, especially for me, the colorblind guy, and the way that they, the typeface that they use to input the information on the maps makes it really, really easy to see. Much easier than when I was a kid. You have copious amounts of information on these maps, and for those of us that are visual learners, those are great features. Now, they don't have, and I guess this would be the one piece of constructive criticism that I say almost every time I review a Bible, to be honest with you, is that there's no extra writing pages, especially for Bibles that don't have any room in the margins. It really wouldn't make the Bible all that much thicker to stick 10 line pages in the very back that you could maybe take your own notes or write some stuff on. I just think that would be a good idea, but that's just my opinion. So here's a list from the back, of some of the features if you wanted to pause on that. This is really a nice Bible. Like I said up front, I have been using this as my kind of, I'm not going to say daily driver, because you all know I kind of have been switching over to digital for daily use. But as this is what I preach and teach out of, this is what I carry, this is what I use, my primary Bible, and it is beautiful. It's lovely. It's almost, when I hold it in my hand, this is going to sound weird, but it's almost like squishy, the cover, and I like that. It just feels really nice in my hand, and the cover is a little more squishy than some of the other leather Bibles that I have, and I really appreciate that. It feels really nice. If I have any questions, anything that I haven't covered, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer with the information that I have. Thank you guys so much. Hey, thank you guys for hanging in there with me today. I hope I've earned the privilege of your time. I sure do appreciate being able to show you these Bibles, letting you know what's out there, since you can't exactly just walk into a store to buy a Bible these days. Again, this has been the Premier Collection from Thomas Nelson, an NKJV large print Thinline reference Bible. And this might just be exactly what you're looking for. I want to say thank you to Thomas Nelson for sending me this Bible so I can share it with you, so you know what's going on out there. As always, there are links in the description to the best of my ability to these exact Bibles that I review. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, be the Christians you claim to be.